What's going on, guys? Abrasus here. Today I will be talking about the Highborn Elves, which is the next army on the list of the armies. And, well, it's really hard to find something very impressive compared to what Furion has, I guess. So I will not be trying to be very innovative, but I just want to point out that the stuff that I think is kind of a must. And first of all, I think that double Frost Phoenix plus the High Princeton Griffin, not a general, definitely not a general. Griffin. And now let me see. He wants a shield, yes. He wants a Dragonforged armor. He wants a Demon's Bane. He wants a lens. He wants a Nova Flare. Let me try to remember if... okay, he wants a Diadem of Protection and he wants a Glittering Lacquer. And no honor as far as I remember. You can possibly get... Oh no, you cannot get Queen's Cavalier because all characters have to be mounted then, so it doesn't make any sense. Royal Huntsman also doesn't make any sense, so nothing makes sense. Okay, so I think this is the setup that you should start your every Highborn Elves list with. Maybe you can drop one Phoenix, but just maybe. I think this is just, like, this model is probably the most broken model in the game now. Especially combined with the Master of the Khanrake Tower. I think whatever else you bring in the list, it doesn't really matter. It just doesn't matter at all, pretty much. This is probably enough to make sure that your games will be pretty much fun and that you will that your opponent will always be struggling against whatever you have. So this is for me the base of the list. Then, well, I would like to have a Master of Khanrake Tower, but I think that even this is not very necessary. The problem is that in the rest of the army there are not that many good choices, honestly. Like, all of this is like, Sword Masters are pretty much crap. Lion Guards, I don't know. Flame Wardens are really expensive. Knights of Rima are pretty much crap because they are super expensive. River Chariots are crap. Lion Chariot, I don't think that he brings that much. Eagles, you don't really see Eagles because one Reverse from core is pretty much enough. And then, like, you can have more shooting, but it's really hard. It's really hard making, like, this is the problem. You bring those 3 models in the list and then great, but the rest of the list is kind of going to suck. I'm not sure. You can try for something creative, like a big cavalry block with like a hero with 1 pre-rollable and hero heart, but I don't believe in it. I think that this is weak. The core cavalry is just useless. They are nice to support the Griffon if you have like a champion on them and 5 of them, but other than that, they are just pointless. So I don't know. I think from this point onwards, it's much more hard to find something. And now my idea will be basically, okay, so you can probably go for 2 options. One option is if you want to have a Queen's Companion dude or you don't want to have a Queen's Companion dude. And my call is, well, before I thought about this video, I thought, yeah, let's go with the Queen's Companion dude, let's have a Triple Prince setup and let's be fine. Because I don't want to have BSB in the list, actually. I think Leadership 10 would be enough. But now, when I'm thinking about it, maybe I actually want a stronger magic. And maybe I don't want a Princeton. No. Maybe I can have a BSB. Because what I wanted to have is, I wanted to have a mage. It is master. Probably cosmology. No, let's go divination, actually. Let's go divination. And then let's actually have some fun. Let's have some strong magic. Let's bring Book of Melades for him. And I could go, where is this stupid? Is this here? Gleaming Robe. I don't know. Let's not go too far. So now let's go for Commander, who is Master of Canrake Tower, who is a BSB, and who has a great weapon. Okay, so now the problem is that our heroes, that our core units, which I mean the Sea Gods, will be a bit weakened. Usually you see a big unit of Sea Gods that has the Queen's Companion in, and then you can do a lot of stuff. Do I want an Asphalt Scholar here? I actually probably want an Asphalt Scholar. So let's actually go for Asphalt Scholar. And I will go for, I guess, do I want 2 or 3 Sea God Reapers? Let me stick first with 2, because I think 2 are pretty easy to position. The third one might be a bit tricky, so let's leave it at that. And then the problem is that my Sea Gods are not really going to be fighty. Like, I cannot bring a big unit of Sea Gods because I don't have enough support for them, in the sense that I cannot have a strong hero that will be inside them, like the guy with the spear, or as, for example, Furion has 2 commanders with great weapons. I want to see whether only 1 unit of Sea Gods can stand and shoot in response. This is something that I didn't check, and I want to see this now. A single friendly unit. Okay, so you cannot have like 3 units of Sea Gods and all 3 of them stand and shoot. That's interesting. So if I'm saying that I'm not going to be able to really fight with this unit, then maybe I can just bring Citizen Archers. Let me see what is the point difference. Like, let's say I want to have 20 Sea God. Let's say I want to have 20 Citizen Archers. What's the point difference between those? It's 90 points. How much is the next Sea God? 24. Here is 15. So you can't just go back to a big unit of archers, can't you? And they have a bigger range, right? But maybe, just maybe, you can have both. Let's actually look at this. If I take Lane Rivers with a champion, because I want to support the Lord properly. I probably want MR2 on this dudes, because this makes a lot of sense. Huh. Is this actually that bad? I can just take a bow and take another MR on like a Sea God. And the issue is, oh, maybe you actually don't have much of a problem with shooting, because you have volley fire, so you don't really care. The general is the mage, obviously, in this setup. And then you have like 720 points. And you would like something that can fight, that can pursue things out of the reach. So I want also to have the Banner of Becalming. I can possibly have the Banner of Becalming on my BSB, honestly, which is probably safer than having it on anything else, but let's stick with it for now. It's also a really, really expensive mage. I'm wondering whether I really need that, but I guess I do. Now the problem is that I want to have some kind of a shock unit that would help me. Some kind of a strong unit, high strength unit, so probably I need the Lion God. I don't have any other choice, right? Yeah, I don't think that I have any other choice. I probably need this, and then how many can I fit if I take the Becalming on them? I had like 700 points, but I don't have a Bolt Thrower. So it was like 24, but I have no Bolt Thrower. I have only 2 Bolt Throwers. I have 50 shots, and I have the Big Divination with Melades and Asphalt Scholar. This mage is super expensive. Melades interact with the Scepter of Power? Is it written that you cannot have Scepter of Power, for example? Scepter is not dominant. Okay. So let's bring Scepter then, I guess. Something like this, 23 lions. And what would I have to do to get a binding scroll as well? Do I really need a binding scroll though? I have 3 scoring units, 3 pretty solid scoring units. I'm kind of missing the one bolt thrower. I kind of have to say that I'm missing the one bolt thrower. I'm also missing the fact that oh, maybe I can actually try to have a nice bow, this bow, right? Instead of Asphalt Scholar, for example. Asphalt Scholar, it's 27 then instead of 20. I think it's worth it. So I would need like 3 less lions. So the lions are again looking very, very liony. Can do any lions hold it? I guess. 5 points. How do I spend 5 points here? How do I spend 5 points? Oh. Can I buy another one? No, 30 is max. Damn. But I can possibly get rid of this and I have 20 points now. So with 20 points, can I buy, with 30 points basically, can I buy anything? Can I buy any sensible stuff? Discipline not needed. Oh. I can buy another Lane River, but that just doesn't make any sense. How much are they? 24. So now it's 5 points too much. So I could remove one more of those, and then for 10 points, I could add another other icon. Other icon is limited to 3 per army. No! What can I do with the extra 10 points? Or extra 20 points, for that matter. Let's remove the Seaguard. I don't think this is a good idea. And I need to spend 35 points. So I can take just a Flaming Standard on those. Is that cool? For trolls or something? I don't know. Maybe it is cool. Are there any sensible alternatives? Well, unfortunately you cannot have the banner. Okay, am I satisfied with this list? There is a lot of shooting in here. I am still missing one bolt thrower, but I don't think that I can get it back. I think I have the Elus Hardwood, which is a simulation of the bolt thrower. I would have to check whether Book of Melades is really worth it here. How does this magic setup work? Because this is very, very pricey magic setup. I think those 2 heroes cost like 1100 points. I'm 100% not sure whether this is worth it. If it's not worth it, you can add an extra bolt thrower, you can add more Lion Gods. That would be my guess. I kind of like this core setup, especially if you don't have a fighty hero, then I think this makes perfect sense to have something like this. So let's take a look at the full list. I didn't take a look at the full list in the Empire video. Oh man, sorry for that. Unfortunately, there is no binding scroll, but let's pretend that binding scroll doesn't exist. And I think that, again, as long as you have a Griffon and double Phoenix, then probably you can have a bit more fun with the rest of the list. My initial thought about this list for this video was much different. I wanted to have triple Prince setup, which might honestly be better with the Master of the Khanrake Tower Prince and with the Commander Prince with the Spear. and then the standard Seaguard, Elaine Rivers, and the Knight setup in core, and then a small unit of Lion Guards and 3 bolt throwers. Probably you don't need as big Lion Guard unit, although here, on contrary to like Furion's list, you have worse fighting in core, so maybe you need it. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was useful. And see you guys in the next episode. Let me know what you think. Let me know what are your opinions. What would you change in this list? Cheers.